5 seconds of that, then pan out. Okay, go ahead and clap that.
Has anyone ever taken dance lessons at the Pepito and Joanne Academy of Dance? Well, I'm Joanne. I was born Margaret Janet Zettler in Milwaukee, Wisconsin in 1908, but everybody called me Joanne. Do you know why? Because that was my stage name. I worked in vaudeville, which is what people did for entertainment before television. I was a dancer, a pianist, and a contortionist. Do you know what a contortionist is? I could twist myself up into unusual positions. But I don't do contortion anymore. I retired in 2004. That's when I died. But you can still see contortionists in circuses today.
And my name is Joanne Perez. I also had a stage name. I was known as Pepito. I lived in Spain, born in Barcelona. Do you see my jeweled stick pin? It was given to me by King Alfonso of Spain as a memento. I was famous there before I came to Los Estados Unidos.
That means the United States. Do you remember I said the Pepito and Joanne Academy of Dance?
Yes, we ran it together until I died in 1975.
Has anyone ever heard of Rudolph Valentino, the actor? Well, Pepito looked a lot like him. In 1922, they thought he was Rudolph Valentino in a restaurant in New York City.
I still wonder if she thinks she's married Rudy instead of me.
There's only one clown for me, mister.
Of course. I love you best of all, mi corazón.
Mi corazón means my heart in Spanish. Pretty romantic, huh? But they didn't come here for a bunch of mushy stuff. Tell them something interesting.
Interesante. There is almost one thing that I love as much as mi corazón.
Oh?
I'm talking about how I love to make children smile in hospitals. Cheer them up, you know.
He did it often. Several hundreds of kids climbed over the fence of the Protestant orphanage home in San Antonio, Texas, when Pepito gave a free show there.
With round eyes, they watched as the grotesquely costumed clown clambered along in shoes less than 24 inches long. And soon childish peals of laughter began as I, Pepito, did tricks on the lawn. Let me tell you something. I mimicked a cricket, and then a chicken, and then a dog, and 2 dignified watchdogs were thrown into an apoplexy.
It was the same when we went across town to Santa Rosa Hospital's crippled children's ward. Boys and girls from the nearby orphanage came to see Pepito perform.
Little hands, emaciated from illness, clapping to the limit of their strength, and later waving a regretful farewell. There was one girl who truly touched my heart. They wheeled in little Genoveva, and I went up to her and said, "You are going to get better, no?" And do you know what she said to me? My own famous line, "Quién sabe?"
That means, who knows?
Yes, we then started talking in Spanish and whispering like 2 little children.
When the directors of the institution thanked Pepito, he said, "It is nothing. I am a child myself." Your eyes seemed a little moist then.
I'm sure it was just the makeup. I was just glad that I could cheer them up. It was my business to do so. But what about you, making all the children smile at our dance?
After we retired from vaudeville, I started holding classes in my garage in Newport Beach. I just wanted to make some money during World War II. But soon we had over 100 students, and I had to find a bigger place.
That's why we created the Pepito and Joanne Dance Academy in 1942.
Tell them why we retired from vaudeville.
I'd like to, but I've got to go.
Leave why? The people came to see you.
They came to see you too. I'm going fishing.
You and your fishing.
There's nothing I love more than deep-sea fishing.
What's so great about fishing?
Feeling the weight of the tarpon, the swordfish, on the end of your line.
He is so hooked.
Ay, ay, ay.
He has a special fishing pole made out of whalebone and bamboo.
It's my special design. It will be in market soon.
So why do you have to go fishing now?
I'm taking Desi Arnaz on my new boat.
Have you ever watched the old TV show I Love Lucy?
Desi Arnaz played Ricky Ricardo.
Desi is as crazy about fishing as Pepito is. I didn't know you got a new boat.
I forgot to tell you. It's a 33-foot speedboat. I call it the Phantom.
You're gone all the time fishing. I should call you the Phantom. Do you want to know why we retired from vaudeville? Well, we arrived at this fancy resort for our show one day. Pepito noticed by the front door there was a big life-size cutout of me wearing my costume for the Trini Act.
I was outraged how my wife could be depicted in such a scanty costume. We walked into the lobby, and I exclaimed our retirement from show business at once.
What really outraged Pepito is that I was receiving top billing over him.
That's right. I said, no way, Jose, because my name is Jose. Wait, that's not the reason. Don't believe her. She's trying to be a clown, too. I've been a good influence.
You were the best thing that ever happened to me. So, before you go, let's tell these nice people how we met. It was 1928. I was 19 and a dancer in the vaudeville circuit.
And Charlie Chaplin had just asked me to be in his new movie, The Circus, and do my world-famous clown routine.
Charlie Chaplin suggested to Pepito that I be in his Pepito the Spanish Clown vaudeville act.
And I said, if Charlie Chaplin suggested it, it must be right.
One of my famous talents was that I could hand sew all of our costumes with hand-sewn sequins and spangles.
Yes, that was just one of your so many talents. I reworked my whole repertoire to fit her so many talents. Needless to say, I married her too. Mi bella esposa, my beautiful wife.
Wasn't that romantic? Well, do you want to know what's most romantic of all? Pepito and I are buried husband and wife side by side right here where we're standing.
Cut. Cut. Perfect. Great. Thank you.